What's up? My name is Jason Guy, and I am the CEO of a mid-sized advertising agency in Dallas. And I'm going to share with you over the next few minutes some stuff that you probably have no idea about internships and the reality of their value in today's job market. So here's the thing. I graduated back in 92, and back then things were totally different. I got a couple of really cool internships, but back then it was pretty much the only way to get any kind of experience and have a chance to get a decent job coming out of school. Today, everything is different. There are some great internships out there, I call rockstar internships, that you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. You can travel, meet important people, and do stuff that you probably wouldn't even get to do in a regular job. The problem is the competition for those jobs, and if you've applied for any of them, you may have noticed, is just as stiff as they are for getting any real job. So what do? You know you need experience to get a job, and you need a job to get the experience. And believe me, the competition in today's job market is just as tough as you've heard it is. I know. In my position now, I interview people every week. A lot of them are students and recent grads. I've also started 4 other companies that I've done a lot of hiring in those too. So I know what it takes to get in the door in the first place, how to put the resume together, what you should say in an interview, all that. But it really goes beyond that because today everyone's doing the exact same thing. Yeah, you're using your social network, you're on LinkedIn, you're going to the job boards, you bought the books on how to put together a resume and the cover letter, all of that. But in order to stand out, you've got to do something different. And before I go any further, let me tell you why I'm even saying all this. Here's the deal. I want to go to the Bahamas. I've got a really, really good friend. I know. Bear with me. A really good friend, 38 years old, finally getting married. So 10 of us guys are taking him to the island to have a great time. He deserves it. One of the best guys you would ever meet. But the problem is this. My wife says to me, Jason, sure, you can go, but I don't really see you spending any of our money to get there. What? Really? So how am I supposed to go exactly? Well, maybe you could raise the funds or, I don't know, borrow from your parents. Okay, right, all right. You want to play that game? Fine. So I thought, I'll get the money. I know exactly what I'll do. So for the next 3 weeks, this is in January, I basically wrote for about 4 hours after she went to bed. I would get up early some mornings, write for a couple hours, maybe sneak in an hour or two during the day. And what I came up with is a step-by-step blueprint that tells you exactly how to get the kind of experience that you need while you're in school or over the summer to get the job that you want, to basically set yourself apart from everyone else that's doing all the same things, including all the people who have graduated 3, 4, 5 years ago who are now competing for the same jobs that used to be meant for graduates. So, I put together this report, and I knew that it had to be more than everything that you're probably used to seeing on the blogs or the books on Amazon or Barnes& and Noble, Borders, all of that. I know, believe me, I looked, and nothing like this is out there. It's stuff that you're not going to see anywhere else, and it's put together in a format that shows you exactly, no matter what industry you're going into. If you're going to pretty much any kind of business, communications, advertising or PR, sales, anything like, there are companies out there right now who are looking for people with the skills that you have right now. The problem is, and I see this every day from the kids that I interview, you have the skills, but you don't know how to put them on a resume and make it obvious that what you bring to the table, that you can bring that value to a company. And when you get an interview, you don't know exactly how to present that. See, think about it like this. If you're a designer or a graphic artist, web designer, then you don't even really need a resume because what do you have? A portfolio, and the portfolio is everything. So In addition to some school projects, you can go out and find some freelance work. You might do a logo, some brochures, maybe for a family member, friends, maybe a small business, whatever. And you put together some real pieces that basically explain who you are and what you can do. And honestly, your resume doesn't even matter because that shows exactly what you can do. But what about if you're going into, you know, account management or sales, uh, or anything? You have to be able to show that same kind of thing, or else you're just going to be another resume in the stack. So I put together this report. I actually spent what ended up being way too much time on it. It's over 30 pages and it's all laid out so anyone can follow it step by step by step. Matter of fact, let me tell you that the last three people that I've hired didn't even have college degrees, but it was obvious because of some stuff that they had done other than school. And sure, some of them, a couple of them had a couple of years under their belt, but it wasn't about their school, wasn't about their grade point. It was about what they could show me that they could do. How do you do that? Well, I put together this report. It's called the Internship Assassin. I know, kind of a cheesy name, but it says it all. You can literally destroy the job market if you know the steps to take, and you'll be head and shoulders above everyone else you're competing jobs with in your class, including the people who've been out of school and have been working and are now competing for the same jobs that used to be meant for just people coming out of school. So, uh, I know you may think that I'm full of crap, and believe me, I would totally understand it. But for those that step up and take a chance at this, I guarantee you, you will not look at your job search the same. You will take months off of your job search, and you'll probably, very likely, end up getting a position that will pay you another $10,000, $15,000 more than you would um, with doing what you're doing right now. So it's 15 bucks. I'm only going to sell 85 copies because that will be enough to get me to the Bahamas. I'll probably end up selling it down the road, but it'll be for a lot more than that. um, wasn't planning on doing that, but what I came up with is actually really, really cool. So I hope you take a chance at it. If it's not what you thought it was going to be, if you think I'm overselling it here, no problem. Just let me know, shoot me an email. I will put every penny back in your account. No questions asked. No big deal. Um, but for those that do, you will see that this is something that you need. This isn't something that I actually just kind of came up with. It's been formulating in my head for about a year, year and a half. Just never took the time to put it down on paper. But now this is it, and I think that you will see this is something that is completely different than anything you've seen. It's tactics, all kinds of tricks to get in the door and then to be able to land pretty much any job that you want. So that's it. I hope you take a stab at it and give me the opportunity to tell my wife, guess what? I am going to the Bahamas. Thank you very much. And thank you all very much. So, hope to see you later.